All right, let's talk about Michelle Carter.
Yes, I forgot about this story.
You remember this girl? You forgot about her?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it happened a long time. Not a
It wasn't
long
that long
time
ago.
but
I didn't forget too much about her. Okay, so this is the girl who was texting her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was talking about having thoughts of suicide. Trigger warning: if you guys aren't comfortable with topics like that, go ahead and skip ahead probably like 10 minutes or so. But this girl has a boyfriend. He's very just mentally ill, very depressed, very upset. And she's, kind of like coercing him and like just getting him to do it. Like he was saying he didn't want to, and he was afraid. And she's like, just do it. You're never going to do it if you don't just do it, blah, blah, blah. Like just some crazy bullshit.
It was believed because she wanted some sympathy or clout that doesn't come from the clout station.
No.
Bad clout.
The clout station rebukes everything Michelle Carter oriented.
Yes.
Okay, so Michelle Carter was released early from prison for good behavior. Hey, look at that. After serving 11 months of her 15-month sentence for involuntary manslaughter. So I'll stop right there. That's not that big of a deal.
No.
She had 4 months left. I mean, I don't have a lot of emotional weight in the situation, so I'm not like, fuck this bitch, she needs to get this and this or that, or her just desserts and blah, 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 blah. I'm a firm believer in karma. I'm a firm believer in what goes around comes around, and she will learn from this, and she will get whatever it is that is coming to her based on how she has lived her life prior to being in prison. Now, does that mean I want her to be stopped on her journey of redemption? No, everybody deserves to be redeemed. She deserves to be redeemed and redeem herself and do right, by others. And I want her to have the opportunity to. Serving 11 months, that's not too bad. I mean, at least she got close. I would expect, you see a lot of cases where younger kids or like white wealthy kids with like money and good lawyers can like have a large sentence and get out real quick.
Yeah.
This wasn't that large of a sentence, but she served the majority of it. So yeah. I can't be too mad, So they said she was charged in 2017 after encouraging her boyfriend to kill himself through text messages and phone calls as he contemplated suicide.
Yeah, she did. I was watching this on the news the other day, actually, when I was at my parents' house. And they were like re-showing the text she sent. And I was like, man, like,
the texts were crazy.
They were just mean. Not mean, but they were mean. They were messed up. But it's just like, why would you just like, I don't know. It just makes me upset, I guess. But because it's like how her just reasoning, or I guess she never stated her full reasoning. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
well, let me read this here. So Carter's release comes about a week after the U.S. Supreme Court said it would not hear her appeal to vacate her conviction. During her 2017 sentencing, the judge ruled that her virtual presence made her responsible for Roy's death. Her legal team fought against the verdict, but Carter ultimately began serving her prison sentence last February after Massachusetts' highest court refused to overturn her conviction. Carter's lawyers then filed a petition to the Supreme Court last July, arguing that it was against her First Amendment rights to free speech to convict her based on the words alone. Her lawyers also questioned whether the convictions were constitutional in regard to the Fifth Amendment's due process clause. The Supreme Court's refusal to see Carter's case left her conviction intact, and while she has now completed her time behind bars, Carter still has 5 years of probation to serve. So that 5 years of probation is still gonna kick her in the butt.
Right.
That limits you a lot. I got to see my brother go through probation for a good amount of time, so I know how that can be limiting to you.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a little funny. Like, she brings up free speech, and I agree with free speech. Like, anybody is allowed to say whatever the hell they want.
Right. But there's context.
There is context.
There's gotta be context.
There's context. And she was straight up telling this man to kill himself.
Yeah. Just outrageous things.
And over text as well. Like, I text a lot. I don't think there's anything wrong with texting.
Yeah.
But I don't like texting when it's a serious subject. Like, I would rather much either call you or go to you and talk to you.
And I'm kind of with you on that, man. Like, I think that there comes a time where You know, like there's a time to text, and I feel like I see texting as more of a checking in.
Yeah.
You know, texting to me is more about checking in, making sure, hey, you okay? You good? Things good? All right, cool. See you later. Talk to you later. You know, but I don't, unless obviously the circumstances are different and like, you know, there's just something super long distance. You might not see each other that often, what have you, you know, then that might prompt more actual in-depth texting. But I feel like, you know, there comes a time where there's things that you need to just say in person. Now, do I think that would have changed the outcome of the events had they had talked in person?
No, probably not.
Not at all. Not at all. But, you know, what can we do? Now, there is a weird gray lining. I say gray lining because it's not a silver lining. There's a really weird gray morality lining I would like to point out here in this situation that comes in the form of a Lifetime movie.
Are they making a Lifetime movie?
It's already been made.
What the hell? Are you kidding
Conrad
me?
and Michelle, If Words Could Kill. And who's it starring? Good old Bella Thorne.
No.
You know how much we
Oh
like her
my
on this
gosh.
podcast. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure we have an episode titled with her name in it. I think so.
We talked about it when she was talking about with Whoopi Goldberg and everything.
Yeah. And she won an AVN award for directing her first porno. And,
Yeah,
you know,
we have that too. Yeah.
She's on the up and up. She apparently,
I guess. I mean, she was starring in Hollywood films before
Jesus Christ,
that.
based on real life events, court testimonies, and authentic texts, Conrad and Michelle, If Words Could Kill, follows the turbulent, tragic teen romance of Michael Carter, played by Bella Thorne, and Conrad Roy, played by Austin P. McKenzie, that shocked the nation. Jesus Christ.
This
Movie,
should
it was
not have
made
been.
2 years ago. It was made in 2018. They have an IMDb page and everything, man. This is Jesus. It was
This
directed by
should
Stephen
not-
Tolkien. Is that like
I don't know who
any
that is,
relation
no.
to
J.R.
Tolkien?
Tolkien? Probably not.
I hope not. It's got a 5.5 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's
so
a good D.
yeah,
good.
that's
It's middle of the road, C plus, or not a C plus, but a C or something.
I'm just why
This should not have been made. I didn't even know about it. Obviously, this came out 2 years ago.
yeah, 2 years ago, September 23rd, 2018.
Then I'm glad that it stayed under the radar. Like, when was his death? Like 2 years ago?
Right, they hopped on this. Wait, no, is that Lydia Merritt? Is that okay? Never mind. It looked like the girl from Booksmart. I was gonna say, are there any reputable people on this project? Austin P. McKenzie.
Well, we know that Bella Thorne's not very reputable.
No clue who you are. Known for just a bunch of movies I've never heard of. Paula Marshall. What we got here? Is that Logan Paul? No, it's not. Known for a bunch of... Oh, she was in Californication, but underrated TV show. If you guys haven't seen it, very underrated. It just seems like a very ragtag cast, which is... I feel like that's what happens when you make shitty movies or movies that shouldn't be made. You know, you just raggle up whatever you can find, whoever you can find, and just make a project.
And maybe I would say this movie shouldn't have been made.
Yeah, and it
right
sucks
after
because
his death.
No, definitely right, not after. And then like it just sucks because it's like like me being a film student myself and studying film. Like I don't want to shit on people's art. I really don't. I just feel like there's something to be said here about, you know, what's appropriate. I feel like that's not appropriate. You know, in 2018, this happened in 2017, a year later.
Yeah.
Probably not even a full year.
Yeah. I don't.
And in the simple fact that it was a year later, that shows you that they rushed it. It wasn't like something that, because most movies you can't finish in a whole year. Most good movies don't get filmed. It don't go from pre to post
in a year.
Yeah. Most good films don't, if any.
Right.
So I don't know. I found that when I was doing research on this, and I was just like, are you kidding me? That's disgusting. So I just wanted to share that with you.